The only way you can really tell Jackie Robinson's story is to come back to Kansas City. Before he broke the color barrier for the Brooklyn Dodgers, he had an outstanding career with the Kansas City Monarchs in the Negro Leagues. The current film, 42, deals with this time period, when Jackie Robinson helped make baseball look more like America, with all of its great diversity and the other things that we know and love about this country. I'm Dan Lybarger with The Pitch, and one of the things I was always curious about is Robinson, like you, is known for stealing bases. Right. What do you think it takes to be good at that sort of thing?
Well, you got to have some grit, and you got to feel like you want to go jump out of a car at 20 miles per hour all the time, because you're going to get tangled up and mangled up with your knees. But I feel that he had a message to send, and then what he had to do was show that he could be a complete ball player, and that's what he did.
The way he changed history, you know, in baseball, I think for me as a Latin player, you know, I mean, that means a lot, you know. I mean, you don't need to sometimes to speak English or stuff like that to understand what he did.
Do you think you would have wanted to pitch to him, because he was sort of a nightmare for pitchers?
Yeah, well, I would like to pitch against him, you know. I mean, he was one of the greatest players, so, you know, I mean, that would be a good challenge, you know.
It should be interesting to see base stealing depicted in the film, because that was your specialty.
Well, it was, and the fact is that Jackie Robinson brought that element back into the game after seeing Ty Cobb about 50 years earlier. Between that time, Jackie Robinson was the guy really to bring it back and elevate the game to another level.
Because he seemed to be like a pitcher's worst nightmare.
It can be if the pitcher's not ready.
I think it's wonderful that America is remembering what was done, the greatness that was achieved in 1947. You know, when we refused to continue to allow segregation to exist, when we got better baseball by inclusion and integration. So it's great that we're remembering that today, because the same issues in terms of isolation of peoples exist, and I hope we're empowered to do something about that in this society.
You know, I've been working on it. I've been coaching myself, like, you know, okay, Bob, you can't cry now. You can't cry, Bob. You can't cry. No, you can't cry. But, you know, you can't help but think about Buck. Now, a night like this, you know, and Kansas City was Buck's town. Yeah. And Buck loved Kansas City, and Kansas City loved him back. He would be so proud of this man and all the people who have been involved with making this night possible. And so, you know, as I sat, I had a chance to see the film in advance, and so as I sat there, I did get a little misty. So I think I've gotten that out of my system now, so I can just smile and be happy and reflect on the great memories that we all have of the late, great Buck O'Neil.
Okay. I will say one thing for myself. I've gone an entire red carpet without asking, who are you wearing? Mr. Ford, what was it like to take on such an important historical figure like this?
I was glad to have the part. I thought it was an interesting character, and I was glad to be part of the story.
Mr. Ford, have you ever made the baseball bat? A lot of people get. It seems like the stars are kind of starstruck with the baseball players are here, and the baseball players are kind of starstruck with the movie actors. So
yeah, I think so. That's I can't wait to get there and meet some of these ball players.
Yeah.
Hey, George Brett's gonna be here.
He's inside.
Is he inside already?
Yeah,
Yep. All right.
Lou Brock too.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Bobby
get
Bonilla,
some autographs, I guess. Bonilla's it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I should have brought my baseball cards.